Hi everyone, thank you for joining me once again. Today we're going to talk about mythical and mythological figures and characteristics that they share. Let's begin. When we are looking and diving into stories about mythical and mythological characters, we can see that sometimes they share characteristics. Now, it's very hard to prove it within an academic research, but what we can do is present them and ask questions. For example, the first one we are going to talk about is Anat, the Canaanite goddess of war, battle, and hunting. She is known to be a goddess that is connected to hunting birds, weapons, and she is very powerful. In Jewish mysticism, we find Lilith. Now, in the ancient Levant, we can find Lilith in Mesopotamia, but not necessarily in Canaan or Ugarit. We know that she is mentioned in the Bible. In Qumran, they talk a little bit about her. In Ugarit, you can find spells and rituals that are maybe connected to mythical women inspired by her. But she shares some things with goddesses of war from the area that will later on define her also in Jewish mysticism. For example, she carries a weapon. We know that people tend to view Lilith in the aspects of passion and sexuality, but she has another completely different aspect of war and battles that she's actually using. If a person commits a sin, usually if she is around, then she actually comes with a sword to punish the sinner. We also know that she has battalions of demons and creatures of darkness that she commands on them. She is the commander. She also meets the other mothers of demons, Agrat, Machalat, and Naama, and they meet on a mountain called Mountain Nishpe, and sometimes they are gathered there to talk and to consult, and sometimes they are fighting each other. And when they do, you can hear Lilith and her army calling all the way down to earth. We also know of Agrat, another demoness. We know that Agrat also has an army of creatures of darkness that are accompanying her wherever she goes. Lilith is also very beautiful, and in the ancient world, when you wanted to compliment a woman, you would tell her that she is as beautiful as a nut. And the beauty of Lilith is described as something so unique that half of her body is actually fire. This is how much of a passion she can bring up in a person. Both of them are also connected to hunting birds. Anat is connected to a bird called Milvus migrus that you can find in those areas, and Lilith is connected to the owl that is named after her or took inspiration from her, Lilith, the one that you can hear calling throughout the night. Another interesting mystical character that you can find in Jewish mysticism is an angel called Night, Laila. This is the angel's name. And what this angel is doing is going up to the heavens. He's protecting pregnancies, and he's also part of this committee with God that are actually deciding what the future of the soon-to-be newborn will be. Rich or poor, smart or stupid, successful or not, this is something that they're deciding there during the night. And it's interesting to see an echo between this angel and Lilith, which is also connected to families, but in a completely different aspect. But he is not the only one. There's another aspect of a different angel called Zahariel. In Hebrew, his name means that he is very bright, he's shining. Zahariel is going up to the heavens, and he's carrying souls and actually helping them to rise up and be brighter. Zahariel as an angel is connected to the planet Venus, the same planet that we know was connected to love goddesses, that the different aspects were goddesses of war, such as Ishtar and Anat Ashtoret, that could be connected or inspired some aspects of Lilith. And Zahariel is also the one that is defending ancient Israelites from the decisions of Rome, and the one that is actually helping Rome to make decisions according to very early Jewish mysticism is Lilith. But Zariel is also a name that we know from Mandaean tradition, in which this Gnostic belief that they had in this ancient religion in the very ancient area of Mesopotamia connected the world of light and the world of darkness. A prince from the world of light is descending to the world of darkness, in which you have many Lilith. Some are good, some are bad. The main one is the princess, the daughter of the king and the queen is in charge of the weather and usually storms. And we know that in Mesopotamia, Lilith or Lilitu and Lilu were demons or messengers of ancient goddess called Belt Ili that was in charge of fertility but also storms. And Lilith became something that comes in very dark weather or during the night. Her mother is also in charge of the 7 planets, same as Asherah, the Canaanite fertility goddess that is connected to the number 7 that becomes very sacred in Jewish traditions and connected to femininity. He marries her and they have a child, and their child is half and half light, half darkness. And when he walks around the world, he considered to be a hero. When he enters villages, he sees that people are afraid of Lilith, and she is his mother, so he is defending her, he's protecting her, and he's telling them that they didn't understand the role of his mother, because what she is doing, she is dwelling in the beds of pregnant women, helping them throughout giving birth and actually making sure that the labor will be easier. So when we are trying to find similarities between those characters, it is very hard. Academically, we're struggling to do so. What we can do is point out those interesting things and wonder, because if you don't wonder, then you don't have any reason to conduct a research. If you know any other interesting stories, traditions, or want to share thoughts, please do. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.